I didn't have anything prepared. I wasn't sure I was going to be here. All right. 3, 2, 1. This week, Goudan tries to take over again. And again, and again, and again. I'm at a loss, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not even remotely prepared. So...
Would you say that you are not prepared?
Yes, I am very much Illidan this week.
You beat me to that. I was just going to say that.
You are not prepared.
I am not prepared.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Warning, this show may contain mature language and is not suitable for small children, pets, or blood elves.
You're now listening to the Epic Fail Podcast.
And for the show Friday, what is Saturday now? We're a day late. For the June 11th, 2016 Epic Fail number 63, I am coming from parts unknown this week. And I'm not gonna tell you.
And he's got a picture, and you can see him. And he's even got a green screen. What is going on?
What? No, that's actually Real Reaper behind me.
I don't think... Okay.
Beware, there's some headshots coming. Die, die, die.
No comment. All I'm going to say is you wanted someone to smack me in the head. I already took some headshots.
Oh, damn! Someone went there.
No. Perverts, both of you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about Reaver shooting somebody in the head and then you getting hit. I don't know.
Oh. Anyway. I am Draven Dresden, technically the host, even though Theory is recording and all that tonight. Which, by the way, record this, Theory.
Yeah, I got it this week. We're good.
Okay. All right, so, ladies first, what have you been up to, Scarlett?
Oh, wow, that was fast. I have been supporting a cinema I don't want to support because they're something that I can't say on air because I'm not allowed to swear, but I want to swear. But, sorry, got distracted by a hand there. What? So, anyways, been watching a movie and been killing a lot of people in Overwatch. A lot. That's about it. It's pretty much Overwatch and movie. How about you guys?
Theory?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of Overwatch, lots and lots and lots of Overwatch. We did some rating this week, and then, of course, went and saw the movie, which we're going to talk a little bit about. Some interesting stuff about the movie. No spoilers, I don't think. Maybe a little bit, but not a whole lot, I don't think, this week. Maybe a little. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, go ahead. I'm listening.
Bah.
No,
I want to spoil it all.
But, yeah, I mean, I've been sick the past 2 days. You might be able to hear the sinus pressure coming from my nose. But if you hear me coughing, I am sorry. Because when it starts, it doesn't stop. And that's why it's ugly. But, yes, I am looking up again this week. Sorry, guys. That's partially because of my nose and partially because Skype is up there. So, whatever. But what about you, Draven?
I've done almost no gaming at all this week.
Not even Hearthstone on your phone?
You should
That's-
elaborate on that.
Yeah. I've been out of town to, as mentioned, parts unknown. Hearthstone on my phone is really about it for the most part, other than Overwatch about an hour ago with you guys.
Yeah, which that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we've started doing kind of a pregame before the podcast starts. So if you catch us live and you want to get involved and playing some games the hour before the show, we're trying to do that every week. It hasn't happened every week, but it's a lot of fun.
No, I am not in jail.
Yeah. 'cause
They don't have
we
green
were-
screens and webcams in jail. At least maybe not like regular jail. Maybe like super duper federal premium jail. You can have all that cool stuff. But I don't
Anyway,
think so.
yeah, so no real gaming for me this week. Just lots of travel, not sleeping. Well, wasn't sleeping. Now I've gotten some sleep since then. So yay!
Who needs sleep?
Yeah.
That's probably
And-
why I keep getting sick. Is I
Yeah.
don't sleep anymore.
Likewise,
You were
I
right
can
there.
cage you all.
You
Well,
warned me about some pricings for that kind of theater. It was a little
Pricings.
bit.
Oh yeah, they're not cheap, but they're nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
You
Once
might,
we got our stuff.
you might spend $100 on dinner and another 40, 50 on the movie, but hey, it's nice.
No, it was fine.
I
I
missed
do.
that. There was one in Boca we used to go to all the time that I really liked, but we're kind of
Like a-
tangenting.
A VIP theater?
Yeah, like the kind where they actually like have waiters and they bring you real food.
That's what I went to both times. But to be fair, I didn't buy food the first time. And tonight, actually, one of our chat viewers bought me drinks. So that was awesome. Thank you.
Ah, that's cool.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and
And
Get the
dive
show
into
on the road.
news.
dive right into some Blizzard news.
All right.
This is the Blizzard news you can use.
Inside jokes no one else but me heard. Anyway, so...
No one was talking.
No, I know, it's because I was muted.
You think you were muted. You know,
I know I was
oftentimes you don't know you're muted. And
I know
then-
I was
That is
muted.
very true.
Yeah,
I know
you-
I was muted.
We all know what you said.
Okay. Anyway, the Warcraft movie happened.
It did.
What? There was a
Yeah.
Warcraft movie? I
Yeah,
wouldn't have known. There was no commercials about it.
not over here, not really.
I saw
But-
commercials like crazy. I don't know what's wrong with you people.
I saw some, but not very many.
You know, this is the one time I'm going to allow people to say blame Canada.
No.
Yeah.
So-
There was the black carpet event, or that's what they're calling it, since it was a black carpet. And it was the U.S. premiere. They were calling it the global premiere, because I can speak.
But it wasn't really global. It had already been out
No.
for like a week, right?
Yeah, it'd been out for like a week or two overseas, so kind of
Yeah.
a weird phrasing there. The coolest thing, though, was Jamie Lee Curtis showed up, dressed up.
Which I'm gonna bring that back up so everybody can see. Bottom left picture with, I believe, her son, right?
Mhm.
Pretty cool. Which that's the second time she's crashed a event for Blizzard, right?
Well, this is the first time people knew it was her.
Right. Last time she posted afterwards.
Yeah. She was all dressed up and covered up and all that.
I just have one thing to say about that, okay? I wish we could get a meme started from it. because she said something, and I don't know why, but it just cracks me up. She said, "Mama loves her loot." And I don't know why, but that's hysterical. She was talking about doing dungeons.
It's all about the loot.
It is all about the loot. But, yeah, so that was cool. Anyways, we need to start a meme, so someone start one, because I tried and it didn't work. So my, 200 Twitter followers did not pick up the trend.
Yeah. You gotta do it with, Coltrane's voice, and then it's all good. Yeah.
That's true.
With Coltrane's voice, it has no other choice but to get huge. And you
went there that
alone. I put it right out there for you. I was expecting somebody to just take it and run, but no.
Run podcast for that one.
I was like, Theory's making a joke. I don't know what to do there.
Yeah. It's the drugs. Okay.
Legal.
And by that he means cold medicine.
Over-the-counter drugs. Okay.
Yeah.
So something else really strange happened at the black carpet, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Jesse done put his foot right in his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a habit of saying stuff that comes out all weird and is not what I mean to say. So I understand how it could get all mixed up when he's trying to say it in the moment, but I don't understand how the thought process started, because you kind of don't go up to a girl and be like, "So, I had your poster on my wall when I was 12 and, did stuff," kind of thing.
So when I made this slide, I was going to suggest that each one of us take one of the people and actually read it like we're there, but then I thought that may get really awkward. But for those of you who are listening, there was some lines about people who were infatuated with her that were young boys and having to clean up their keyboards and things like that, which were a little bit out there. But I gotta say, Daniel Wu really pushed it overboard. Jesse kind of did like I did just now with my bad joke and kind of let it sit there. But Daniel Wu's the one that was talking about cleaning up keyboards. So he's the one that took it a little too far, maybe. But from what I heard,
either way, the joke shouldn't have happened in the first place.
True, but Paula Patton seemed to take it right in stride and be fine.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about, because she's gorgeous, and if she's at least a little bit of a pervert, then that just makes her all that much hotter.
I have a hint for you guys.
A hint?
Most girls are pervs, they just don't let it on.
Oh, maybe. I like it when they advertise it just a little bit.
Yes, gal. She took it like
Is anybody else noticing Draven's being way quieter than usual tonight?
He is, and it's kind of funny.
It is. We've only been going 10 minutes, and I've already noticed a big difference.
I told you, I'm not even remotely prepared to be here today.
All right, well, I guess there you go.
Yeah. But, moving on.
No, we must stay on this topic.
No. No. We are going to move on to... Well, I guess we can do the well-played party here.
That is next.
Well, we hadn't even touched on the China sales.
Yeah, that's next. That's after this.
Okay, so we'll just, do this. Theory, how about you hit this one?
So, the Well Played Party, for those of you who are in CTR, you may have heard, Well Played actually started last BlizzCon, but they did a big event just now, which was tonight, for the movie. And the picture you see on the screen here was provided by Galvanid and Squick, who happen to be members of Raid Team and friends of the podcast. So this is actually a picture that includes, the celebrities of the guild there having kind of a fun drink and chat, which I'm assuming will end up online for you to listen to at a later date. But pretty cool event. From what I heard, it went really, really well. The bottom left-hand corner is one of the shirts that they had at the event. So that's pretty slick. But it's pretty neat. And they are going to be doing another well-played party at BlizzCon again this year. So if you're going to be at BlizzCon, you need to attend.
Yeah, the Kickstarter for that actually just went live today.
Which is perfect timing, if you ask me.
Yes. Because we would advertise it if I was at home and had access to my computer to change the show notes at all.
Yes, that makes it a little tricky.
Can't do it.
So it's out there. I'm sure we'll get you the link info.
Yeah, and there's some time. So we've got some time to get that out there to get everybody involved and give them a chance to donate.
Is your puppy doing something?
Yeah, he's playing with his damn food bowl. So if you hear me yell at a dog, that's what's going on.
Puppy!
He's Nacho Monkey.
Thank God he's not a monkey. It would be way worse.
Imagine if he was Winston, running around, smashing things.
Just open the door and let him go. Might do that anyway. So, speaking of China.
Yeah, it made... how much was it? 144 in 2 days? 3 days?
144.7 million, which was updated this morning, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Just in China. And
yeah.
Supposedly it cost, what was it, 170, I think, to make total. So there you go. All those people who thought that they weren't going to make their money back, they did.
Yeah. But we've kind of seen some numbers for US, and they're not nearly as pretty.
Oh, they're definitely not. But they also had grossed over 50 in Europe. So you put that 50 plus this 140, and they don't have to make a dime in the U.S., and they came out ahead. However, you would hope that they continue to bring in some funds for those of us who did enjoy the movie, who want to see another one. Because obviously, if it just barely makes money, they're less likely to make a second one than they will if it made a ton.
Sequels cost more money usually.
You know what would help with that?
People going to the movie?
Cineplex not being a dickwad and helping advertise, because honestly the thing that was advertised the most was the freaking Ninja Turtles, and I'm sorry, but that's for 12-year-olds. Okay, no offense to anybody who's going to watch it, but
12-year-olds go to see movies over and over and over.
So
but seriously, the Ninja Turtles.
I don't know if you saw Matt look in the chat, says it's not out in Australia yet, and they're expecting it to do really well there too. So I mean, it's still got. I will not be surprised if in the first 3 weeks this movie makes 350,000 worldwide.
$3 million?
Yeah, sorry, 350 million. Maths. Yeah. But because if it pulls that in, then they will definitely do a sequel to it. The funny thing is how divisive people are on whether or not they thought it was a good movie, to me. What do you think?
I've seen it twice in theaters, twice. Maybe going a third time, depending on my other group of friends.
In crappy theaters you don't like twice.
No, they're not crappy theaters. They're the VIP cinemas, but it's the brand that I don't like because no Warcraft promo. Yes. But that's the only thing that I have to go to. But I've seen it twice, and it's freaking awesome. The first time I went opening night, which was Thursday here at 7 p.m., which was the first show, and it was filled. Well, it wasn't full. The theater room wasn't full, but the people who were there were like middle-aged retirees. So I don't think they knew anything about World of Warcraft at all. There was not much excitement. Today, though, when we went, the person sitting beside me started a For the Alliance shout, which then I went, yeah! Only a bit louder. And then,
Wait, how'd you go again?
Shut
How'd
up.
you go again?
No, I'm not doing it again.
It's okay. It's recorded.
Yeah, I have the recording too.
No. So, then everybody was like clapping and cheering at the end of it, and at key moments of the film. Like, can I say something? Because I really want to say this was my favorite part. Can I say it?
That's up to him.
If it's not spoilery, fine.
It's not really spoilery. The sheep was my favorite part. So, yes, that I think everybody liked it, to be honest.
So, go ahead, Draven. I want to hear what you thought.
No, go ahead.
Well, real quick, to rub some salt in Scarlett's wounds, with her advertisement going on in the U.S., T-Mobile had a huge advertisement for it. They had a viewing party they were giving away, a Battle Axe, a War Shield, not to mention everybody who is a T-Mobile customer got a free ticket to see the movie, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so there's a little salt in the wound for you for your non advertisement going on up there, and a little bit extra for you too. We went to the 10:30 showing on Thursday night here, which was the closest thing to the midnight showing that we had. Me and 3 buddies from work went. I will give you one guess how many people were in the theater.
4.
Close.
5.
6. There was
What?
6 total people, including us, in the theater for basically the first 3D showing of this movie in a fairly not crazy popular but kind of popular movie place. All of us were at least familiar with Warcraft, and 3 of us played, and 2 of us play a lot. So we all enjoyed it. What I told people is it was like a B+ for me on a movie scale. I really liked a lot of the Warcraft stuff, and I'm not a huge lore guy. I don't know that much about it. So like some of the stuff that's different with the movie, I would not have known any different, other than the Corona thing, which pissed some people off, and I don't know why.
They didn't actually specify what she was.
They didn't, but at a certain part of the movie, you see the race that she was supposed to be, and she looks nothing like it. So,
right.
Without spoilering too much. But it's fairly obvious that is the case, without digging into it even more. But my thought is that the people who are giving it bad reviews don't know anything about the Warcraft universe. They're judging it based upon other game movies, which usually are crap. And I don't think that this was an amazing movie. I think this was a pretty good movie. And I think if you're a Warcraft fan, it was a great movie. But was that the frog? I heard the frog again.
There's no frog in here.
It's your chair. All right, Dre.
Yeah, my chair is squeaky.
I hear frogs. Maybe it was a murloc. I don't know.
Yes, I secretly took home a murloc. But I have one thing to say about that, though. So the people I went to see the movie with, one just started playing Warcraft with me like 2 days ago, and we've been leveling some tunes. But the other person that went doesn't play, doesn't really know anything about the game. And I was asking, I was like, is the movie understandable? Like, does it make sense from someone who's never played the game at all? And they said, yeah. They said it was really good. And they understood the story and everything. So I don't think it's that confusing to non-gamers.
I would agree.
That's my thought. I don't know.
All right, Draven.
My turn?
Your turn.
I am a movie snob. There is no way around that. I see something wrong with it, and I will start picking it apart. That said, other than some questionable acting, every now and then, my biggest complaint was some of the CG work towards the end.
What?
Like
what
at the very
specifically?
end?
Yeah.
Without giving spoilers, I will just say late in the movie Medivh
Mm.
and cameo orcs. That if
Interesting.
you are watching, you'll see them, and the quality wasn't quite as good as some of the other ones.
Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures on the internet about that, but honestly, I didn't even see it during the movie.
Yeah,
So I want to say something, and I'm trying not to spoil anything. But there is, if you've seen the movie and want to see spoilers, there's a list on Wowhead that gives you all the like tie-ins from the game that are in the movie snuck in. The last part of the movie when I can't. This is hard to say without spoilers.
No, I'm laughing at Overdrive. His spoiler was Gandalf fights for Gryffindor.
Oh, I didn't have the chat up. I
That was-
forgot to open it up.
It's on my screen. I can't help it. That was funny.
Basically, the way they scripted a certain part of the movie was a tie-in to something we do a lot in the game. And I thought that was really cool. So the second time when I watched it, I was watching for that, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cool.
I don't remember
And-
seeing a garrison anywhere in there.
Nope. Didn't have anything to do with garrisons.
Those are in the third movie.
Oh,
It
okay.
had to do with tanking. And I just thought that was so cool. It was really cool. Anyways. Can I just say what I'm trying to say?
You have the ability.
I think that means that he wishes that you would not.
Apparently.
It depends on if it's something that's going to be spoilery. I'd rather not, just because the movie is new.
Yeah.
It's not that spoilery for anybody who's listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god, how Oh, that was good.
Sort of. Sort of. Yes, sort of that. But I will say, I did hear in there Loktar Ogar a few times. Did you guys notice that?
Yes. Yeah, that was there, as well as the New Alliance chant. Or
Yeah.
Azeroth for the Alliance.
Well, that was actually recorded
Yeah.
at BlizzCon 2014.
14. Yeah, that's what I was going to
which
say.
was actually something that I wanted to kind of bring up while we were talking about the movie. So everybody who was there technically can say they were in the movie because
Oh,
they
okay.
were recorded chanting it. So like we have some friends in raid groups that all three of us have raided with at some point or another who were there and said it. So that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat that they included that, even though it was, no one would know that unless they let it be known.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool for sure. So is that it for the movie? Are we going to move on? At least
No, I
for
want to
now.
talk about it all night.
I mean, I want to talk about it, but I'm with Draven that
I
it's
know.
only been out 2 days, and there's probably a lot of people who want to watch this thing, and I really don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about watching it, if you're thinking about spending the money to go see it, and you play WoW, just go. You'll enjoy it. Even if you don't think it's great, you will have a good time. spend your $10-15, go see the movie. There was people sending out recorded links so people could stream it online, and that was kind of ridiculous. I almost went off on somebody when I saw that happening, but it just came out. People can either go see it or at least wait a little bit before you decide you're going to pirate the damn thing. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox. We do have one other Blizzard newsy type of thing. Yeah. We ready for that?
Yes. Yeah, the only last thing about the movie, it's not spoilery at all. We do get a Murloc near the early parts of it. And if you pay really good attention, there is a Summon Stone.
I missed that. I was going to look for it, and I missed that.
Yeah.
It's
completely
very,
non-spoilery.
Very close to the Murloc.
The sheep!
Okay.
We're not going to go into detail on that. You have to figure that out on your own.
Yes, spoiler police, guys.
Yes, she's from Scotland, so she has an affinity for sheep.
Wow. All right.
You know what? That's the New Zealanders.
There was another big piece of news which came out this week. Blizzard has joined voices with Facebook in order to try to do some things. Draven, what do you think about this one?
I think it's completely optional, and I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I don't see the need for it unless I get some weird reward that I can't get any other way.
Which you know there will be.
Well, unless it's something major, and even then, the only way I'll do it is if they figure out a way to not have my real name on the stream and whatnot.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing about it is that there's a lot of people who play WoW that really don't want to expose that to their family and certain friends and coworkers that they're already connected with on Facebook. Yeah. Personally, I could give two shits. I tell pretty much everybody that I talk about that I'm a WoW player, and that's kind of my hobby on the side. So I don't care if people see stuff from WoW on mine, but I know that there's a lot of people that we play with who do. So from that point of view, I can see where people won't really want to be connected. But the one thing that I was really more wanting to know you guys' opinions on was the streaming aspect. They're basically talking about people being able to stream Blizzard games directly to Facebook.
Yeah.
So right now, Facebook has a thing where you can go live on Facebook. I've never used it, and there's only one person on my Facebook who uses it, and it annoys the heck out of me because all she does is videotape her son pooping in his pants or playing with his toys or like, oh look, he picked up a thing. I must post 10 pictures. Anyways, I digress. My phone sends me all these notifications that so-and-so is live for 10 minutes. And so imagine if everybody's streaming, that's going to be a lot of phone blowy-uppy notifications. That's annoying.
Well, one more quick point on that, and Gal actually just said something that brings me to this point, is I have a Gank Theory page on Facebook. Back from when I was trying to do the streaming thing more often, and I still do it a little bit every now and then, but I made that page specifically to try to do this. So those people who don't want it attached to their Facebook will probably have the option to make an account page attached to the regular account for the purpose of doing Blizzard things like I kind of already did, which makes me think that may help some people kind of get over the weirdness of displaying the fact that they are a WoW nerd online.
Well, that's not what bothers me. The real name part of it, even with the fake page or the secondary page or however you want to look at it.
Yeah, but you don't have to put your name on that secondary page.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be the first to sign up for this. If there's a really nice reward and there's no reason to, worry about real name getting put out there, sure, and why not? But right now, I'm not interested.
I don't check my Facebook much. Yes, I do.
I don't.
Thanks.
I don't even check our Facebook anymore.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that we have a Facebook page that all these people that are over there should go to and like it? Is that what you're saying?
They can if they want, but it's like
You know what
40
we need?
shows back.
Yes, I used to post all of our shows to my Facebook so my friends could watch the podcast, but then it stopped getting updated, and then...
So, you know what's funny about that? We currently post all our shows to another platform and another platform for people to be able to watch, actually. And yeah, even 2 more platforms on top of that. So if you are on our Discord, you get a link to our YouTube videos right on the Discord page, which kind of makes me think, are they using Facebook to battle Discord? And then 2, of course, you can find us on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, all that kind of good stuff. So there's our early contacts plug. But I'm with you on the being skeptical, Draven. But I'm pretty sure that Blizzard is not going to be okay with something that's half-assed. And after the huge uproar of people who were not okay with the real names on the forums and how quickly that got changed, I can see them finding ways to make it work for people. But we'll have to wait and see. Anything else Blizzard news?
I've only seen the movie once.
I've only seen
You're
it
slacking.
once, too.
You're slacking.
No.
Granted, though, I only paid for one of those because the first one was absolutely free.
Oh, boy.
So you've paid to see it once also.
I paid to see it once.
Did somebody else pay the other time that you got to see it?
No, they have the one thing that the theater does is they have a thing where you get points for like watching movies and stuff.
Oh, that counts.
But they partner up with a bank, which happens to be my bank. So every time I use my debit card, I get points.
Hey, wait a second. I thought you said that you didn't like your movie people up there, and they're giving you free movies.
I don't like them because they're snobby, apparently, or something. I do like the fact that I can take advantage and get free movies. So I had enough for 14 movies, or like I had 14,000 points, which is like 14 movies, or like you can
one movie
also buy
and a
your
thing of popcorn.
Exactly. Or I took some friends out and I used the points. So now I have like 0 points. I think 97 points, but in the span of like 6 months, I've used them all up for free.
So one more quick thing before we jump off Blizzard news, and yes, I just trolled the hell out of you. If you notice in chat, there's a little icon next to my name, and I'm not talking about the green sword. Do you see that other little icon that's next to my name in chat?
Yeah, I have one too.
Time's running out to get those. If you are wanting to get your Alliance or your Horde icon for Twitch, you need to do that soon. And you do that. Scarlett, you got yours. Tell everybody how they can get one.
So I don't remember. How I got
Okay.
it.
So
I got this. You go into Twitch, any chat room. You type /Horde or /Alliance. Doesn't matter which one. The one you pick, you get the icon. And for the record, you can switch it every single time you want. Just go in there and /Horde, say something. /Alliance, say something again. And it goes back and forth.
That's going away very soon in the next couple of days. So if you want that, you need to do it now. And you might want to grab the one that you want to keep in case they let us keep it. All right, so next up we got a little bit of Warcraft news. So let's jump into that.
World of Warcraft.
So the big WoW news. We've got music added to the game for beta.
That we
really
do.
good. Yeah. It's nice. It's good music.
You guys sound so weird about it. What's wrong with music?
There's nothing wrong with music. It's just that's the only WoW news there is.
There just isn't a whole lot of WoW news that isn't specifically tied to the beta right now. So like the couple of things that we have to talk about are both beta related, which we've kind of purposely stayed away from a little bit. But in addition to the news, they also changed the login page. You can kind of see both of them on the screen now. The newer version of the login page is a little bit more zoomed in and detailed than the older version. The newer one is on top, by the way. But yes, the music is pretty good. We've kind of come to expect some crazy good music, and it is still good. So, what did you think?
Honestly, I'm fine with it. I like the music as it is. I've gotten to see a friend of mine play beta for the first time since they have access to my account at the moment.
Shh! You're not supposed to do that.
Draven's gonna get banned.
I'm not getting banned.
Howland, you didn't hear anything.
No, I'm playing, but they're using. Yeah.
There you go.
So what you're trying to say is
they're helping.
Your hand is on the mouse and keyboard, and they're just watching over your shoulder.
And saying
air
good
quoted.
bits.
There you go.
And,
yes.
Yeah, telling me where to go.
Funny stuff. All right, so there's a couple of other things from the beta, which I want to show you guys too. Which this is not brand new this week, but it's something kind of cool that kind of slipped through the cracks. So I'm going to show you this first. The first one's going to be kind of hard to read. Obviously, this is very, very small, so I enlarged the actual pictures, which is the next one here. So they changed the draw distance for Legion. If you take a look at the top two pictures, the version on the left is the current version of how draw distance works. Version on the right is the newer version, and then the same thing on the bottom one. It's kind of cool. The stuff that is closer to you is still way more detailed. But it goes a little bit further into the distance, and the way that it fades is a lot, I guess, truer would be the way that I would say. You guys, I don't know if you saw these pictures or not, but it looks a lot better to me. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of something, you don't hear a whole lot about little changes like this. Obviously, everybody talks about an old game, and the graphics are old, and all this kind of crap. But they make changes like this. Nobody ever pays attention to it.
I think it's awesome because I'm one of the people who plays on those kind of graphic settings. And right now, my Dalaran would look like the left-hand picture. So I was questing the other day in Pandaria, because my friend and I made pandas. And, not Pandaria, sorry, the Wandering Isle. And I noticed that you can see, like, it doesn't do that gross gray kind of storm cloud look. You can see off into the distance, and it doesn't it doesn't affect your computer performance. So I'm wondering if they put that same kind of technology in the Wandering Isle, but then now they're expanding it to everywhere.
Well, yeah, the new stuff is it's going to be everywhere, but I think you're right. Even if you go back to like the zones from the BC classes, like High Elves and those other ones. The area, the way it looks just looks like crap right now because it hasn't been redone since BC. But in the newer areas, it basically looks better. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're 100% right on that, Scarlett, that they were using newer tech in that area. But this newest one is actually supposed to be an upgrade for the entire playable game area.
Cool.
So. Draven, you're being awfully quiet again there, buddy.
What's there to say? Other than my phone, when I'm looking at the show notes on, it's about to die.
Oh, lovely. That's okay.
Guess what I'm...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, guess what I'm doing on my phone as we speak. Because...
Loading up Hearthstone?
Nope.
Wow. Impressed.
Someone asked me what I'm doing, so I'm sending her a picture of us podcasting.
She's going to be like, who are those nerds?
Well, to be fair, it's only a selfie of me.
Oh,
but
okay.
She's making s'mores on her stove. I'm kind of jealous.
Well,
so you're going to take a selfie?
Yep.
Oh, God.
already did.
And there's the sound that it went through. Okay. So that's pretty much it for World of Warcraft. We don't have a whole lot else for that right now. There was one other kind of big news thing. They had a summit after the Black Carpet event where a lot of streamers got to interview folks at Blizzard about what's coming up with Legion. We'll probably touch on some of that information next week, maybe, if it's a light news week. There is some good things. For example, there will, at least the plan currently is to be 3 raid tiers. And a few other things like that was actually let out during those interviews. So we will talk a little bit about that stuff next week, most likely. But again, this is all beta stuff, and obviously the beta stuff changes. So we don't want to go into it too much. One other quick thing. I did get a chance to do a portion of the pre-patch event on the beta. It was a little glitchy. Killed myself, which was interesting. But it kind of feels a lot like the pandemic. It feels like they took the pandemic and mixed it with the elemental invasion. Is kind of what it feels like to me. So if they do it right, people will probably love it. The one weird part is that the UI currently is like you're in a vehicle. So we'll see how that works out. And all right, I think that's it. Did you guys have anything else you want to talk about? WoW? We're gonna come back to something later. All right.
I got nothing.
All right, so we got one cool thing to talk about for Overwatch. So let's jump over there.
Overwatch.
So I was watching some streams this week, and there's a lot of trolling going on. Like rank 1 McCree, rank 2 Lucio, top 5 ranked Junkrat. Have you ever wondered where these trolls might be getting this information from?
I'm a little
Zandalari.
confused. What do you mean the rank 1?
So in WoW, a lot of times you'll see, rank 1 rogue PvP, blah blah blah. What they're basically saying is that they're saying that they're a top-notch PvP player for that particular class. Come watch their stream. Now the funny part is that the person in particular I'm talking about, who's one of my favorite streamers, you guys know who it is, was doing it to troll people.
Oh, thank you.
It wasn't you, and it was they were doing it to troll people because there wasn't really a way, he thought, currently to see rankings. Well, guess what? There actually is a way to see rankings, and it is a website. And let me try to pull this up. Hopefully it won't be too slow. You can actually take a look at how horrible the 3 of us are once this comes up on the screen. And I'll be the first to say that out of the 3 of us, I am the worst. So this website is watcher.gg. First one we're looking at here is Draven.
I'm so sorry.
And you can kind of see his win rate, 53.64% on there is what I'm looking at right now. That's not bad. It's got a score, a KDA, which I think is kills per death or something like that. It kill death assist. I don't know. And you can see insufficient data on performance. That's because I just loaded him before the show. On mine, there's actually a chart which shows how good and shitty I can be in the same couple of days. But if you go down, it shows
I'm
medals.
amazing at Roadhog.
At Roadhog, yeah, look at that, 100%. But right underneath it, it's 3-0. So you've only played him 3 times, but you won all 3 games. And if you look at the time play breakdown, kill death assist, that's what Howland says. Well, Howland probably wrote this, so I'll trust what he says. But if you look at the playtime breakdown, you can kind of see where he spends the majority of his time, what he's playing. The 3 colors are the different types of classes, whether they're tank, defense, or attacking. And you notice there's not a whole lot of healer in there. There's like a sliver of Symmetra that doesn't even make a color for Mr. Draven. Apparently he does not like to heal.
I know better than to heal
Yes.
in any game.
Healing's not that bad on Lucio. You just knock everybody backwards.
I like Lucio, to be honest. I hated the way he looked. I swore I'd never play him. I got the hockey skin, and every time somebody wants me to heal, that's what I'm on. Mercy's okay, but I do much better on Lucio. So, like, I have changed my tune on Lucio, personally. This website gives a lot more information than what you can see right now, by the way. But you can also see he's got an achievement down the bottom left-hand corner. Let's look at Scarlet's. Alright, so this is Scarlet's. Now you notice that top left corner, she's 89, which is not true anymore. She dinged 90 before the show. Far surpassing both the rest of us. Her win rate's a little higher.
I've been out of town.
Sure, okay. Her win rate's a little higher, but if you look at her playtime breakdown, there's a whole lot of Diva. That's pretty much what she plays. That's more than 3/4 of her playtime is all on Diva.
You know what? Diva is the bomb.
But, you know, with that much playtime, you're still 57.4 win rate. That's not bad, actually. Although, look at your top Torbjorn, 2-0. And the reason that this is ranked this way is based on the KDA. So, your best character right now is Torbjorn.
You know what happened? So, those 2 Torbjorn games were right in a row, and I was playing with someone from my raid team, and they're like, okay, you're gonna do this. This is what you do. You put your turret here, keep hammering it. When its health goes down, hammer it again. And so we were defending Gibraltar, and you know how I don't know what the driveway or whatever it's called goes into an L? He was on the one corner of the L, and I was on the other corner of the L, and when everybody came down there, they just got blasted out. And we had like 30-something kills between the two of us on our turrets. They were not happy with us.
Sound like that worked pretty well. All right.
But that's the only time I've played Tobio.
So the website actually gives you every character, even the ones you don't play, but it ranks them by the KDA. So the ones on the bottom are either ones that you haven't played like at all, or that you just don't do very well on for that character. Now, obviously, it's going to change depending upon the type of character. Support classes, you're probably not going to have as high of a KDA as you would on like an offensive class, in theory, which could be wrong. But, you know. All right, so let's look at mine. Mine's the worst of the 3, which is the only reason why I'm showing these. But yes, I have 50, I think, right now. Torbjorn's actually my best KDA as well. And then there's Bastion. So look who likes to play the noob. That's me. I'm 49.24. That went down. Damn. 1.27.
There are times Bastion's a
Ouch.
good call.
Maybe. Mine's a little bit more even for the playtime breakdown, though, I think. Because I do have a little bit of healer in there. But my Reaper's pitiful, though. Look at how awful my Reaper is on there. Draven said he didn't want to make Reaper look bad, and that's why he wasn't playing him the other day. Apparently, I shouldn't play him either.
What's your Reaper?
36.84. Pretty rough. So, but yes, this is watcher.gg, and all you need in order to look up yourself or another player is their BattleNet ID. It is case sensitive, so if you have capitals in the BattleNet ID, you do need to type it in correctly, but you just put it in the top right hand corner, you can search it, and notice on mine how it's got the little graphs there that show how great or horrible I've been. It's got that nice little dip and then the swing right back up. So that's pretty cool information on there if you want to know more about how well you actually are doing at the game. So there is a way to know if you're rank 1, and none of us are anywhere near close to rank 1000, so don't have to worry about it from us.
I have a question.
Shoot.
On my link, it doesn't have the graph. Do you have to sign in to get the graph?
So yes, I had signed into this website about a week or 2 ago, which is why the graph on mine is pretty big. When I first found the website, I just signed into you guys' today. That's why you didn't have a graph yet on yours. And yes, 42.
And so how do you sign in? Because I'm trying to do that. So probably our viewers
Sure.
might want to know that too.
So it's watcher.gg, and then on the top
Yep.
right-hand corner, there's a search bar. In the search bar, you want to type your full BattleNet ID, including the numbers and the pound sign. And you do need the case-sensitive capitalization, or it will not work. For example, Scarlet, when I typed yours in the first time, I did not have a capital S, so it did not pull it up at first until I realized I needed to capitalize it. But that's how it works. I would suggest, if you're interested in that, check that out because it's pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised it even exists, to be perfectly honest, but really, really neat information. But that is, I think, all we've got for Overwatch. You guys have anything you want to add for Overwatch? Other than it's fun and we can't stop playing it?
Yes. 6 Lucios on that map with the well that we played before the podcast. That's freaking annoying. Just saying.
So, you thought it was annoying. I actually thought it was kind of fun because I was hooking them out of the well and shooting them. So, I was enjoying that, and they all switched, I think, because I was enjoying it too much. But it was kind of like fishing in a barrel because I just waited for one to go by and would hook it and shoot it in the face. So, I liked it.
So you were playing the piggy.
I was, which was a
What
good
you're
choice on that map. I like him on that map because I think it's very fun to do environmental deaths. Yes. Nothing else,
enough.
Draven, Mr. Quiet Guy?
I haven't, other than logging in pre-show with you guys, I haven't been on all week.
Draven stumbling over his words.
I'm not really giving him much chance to talk either, which is funny because it's not.
No, that's fine.
It's also fun to bother Draven. Hysterically fun.
All right, I'm gonna save him real quick. Let's talk about some Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Scarlet, have you played any
you go.
Hearthstone this week?
I've done pretty much nothing but in terms of gaming.
And
Mostly the
Scarlet,
Tavern Brawl.
how about you, Scarlet?
Sorry, I was reading chat.
What did I miss?
Howland.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That was good. All right.
Oh, so anyways, I just had a mental picture of that. Thanks. I have played Tavern Brawl. I've done a little bit of ranked. I'm actually, I tried Wild and realized I really hate Wild, so I deleted all my decks and I only have one standard deck right now. So I gotta make some more decks. But Tavern Brawl was really good. I like it this week. It allows me to get my quests done, and it makes for some crazy shenanigans. I really like getting on turn 2. Shoot, I forget his name. The guy that makes your opponent's spells cost 5 more. And then you end up with 3 copies of him in your hand. And you make him cost 2. So 2, 3, and 4. You can stop their using their legendaries, and then you just GG win. I like it.
Draven,
Yes.
you started talking about what you did when I called for Scarlet, and then I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't even remember. It was
No.
clearly not important.
Sure. All right. Well, the Tavern Brawl this week is Clone Ball. It is Legends of Azeroth are playing Clone Ball. Your team is Random Legends. Each clone 4 times. Go get them, champ. Clone Ball is the 52nd Tavern Brawl, and it did debut this week. So it is a new one. I have not played.
You should.
Really? You think I'll like it?
You're either going to love it or you're going to absolutely hate it, depending on the RNG of the cards you and your opponent both have.
But it's fun no matter what.
It's not one of the ones that depends upon what cards you have, though, right?
Nope.
Nope. they chose. It's a pre-made one.
Then I may like it.
Yeah. It's interesting. If you get the corrupted Nat Pagel card, I forget what it's actually called, you can actually it's called mill, basically force them to draw out their hand very quickly.
Hmm.
So like 50% chance on their turn that they're going to draw a card. Well, I've got 4 of them out.
Exactly. That's kind of fun. Although the opposite happens when you get Lorewalker Cho and your opponent gets Lorewalker Cho and you both put them all out. And then it's just like, what the...
Benny Hill.
Yeah. And then you die very painfully.
Yeah, it's 100% RNG, which is both good and bad, depending on which end of the RNG stick you're on. If you're the one wielding the stick, it's amazingly fun. If you're getting beat by it, not as much.
Why do I now want to make an RNG stick just specifically for the show?
Do it.
I think we should have an RNG stick and a Nerf bat, and we'll have them both.
Yes!
As long as it's a real bat, not like a baseball bat.
No, it's a Nerf bat.
Oh, like a bat. All right.
Like a bat.
No, a Nerf, like the brand name Nerf. Don't you guys
Yes.
have that in the States?
Oh, yes, we do.
have that.
Okay,
But
okay.
make it a real bat.
What if
out
we
of
had
Nerf.
a Nerf bat with a bat attached to it?
And a band hammer, yes.
I may have to go shopping for props. This might have to.
You know what? I bet the dollar store has. Do you guys have the dollar store there?
Yes. We don't live like on another world. It's mostly
Yes, you
the same
do.
stuff.
No, it's not. Everything is weird
Just
down
'cause
there.
We have
Yes,
we
give
have a
us
dollar
stuff.
store, but everything costs $2.75.
Well, then it's not a dollar store. Although, granted, ours can now cost up to $2, but it's still called the dollar store.
He trolled again. Alright. Anything else Hearthstone related?
No, I actually liked the Tavern Brawl, despite a couple of the matches I didn't care for, just because no one likes getting ruffle stomped. But it was a good one.
Yeah, I didn't play. I imagine you
Yeah.
probably did play quite a bit with your traveling, but I pretty much have slept, played Overwatch, played beta, and tried to get good at my rogue again. That's all I've done this week, with a little bit of work mixed in at the beginning of the week. So, I haven't touched it, but maybe I will this weekend.
Yeah.
We do have quite a bit of news for Heroes. You ready to go talk about some Heroes?
Yeah.
You don't sound too excited.
I was just going to say, he's like, what?
Where's Peppy Happy Draven? I know he doesn't exist, but come on.
Happy Draven is there. He's just trying to pretend like it's not there, but it really is there, and it's kind of funny.
Okay, with that, here comes the bumper.
Heroes of the Storm.
Oh,
Yep. So, it's as normal for Heroes, free this week.
hold on, it's being slow.
It's
Almost
being
there.
slow.
Go ahead.
I don't have a list, so I can't go
Oh,
ahead.
okay, so you're waiting on me, so then I shouldn't take longer. Here you go.
Are these right? Yeah, they
Yes,
are right.
They're right, and they put the date right this
And
week too.
And the date's right too. That's great.
2 weeks in a row, new
I
record.
know. So, Malfurion, Vala, Diablo, Thrall, Morales, and Zul, all free. Try Zul, he's fun. Chen at 5, Rexar 7, Zeratul 12, Sergeant Hammer at 15. Meh.
Yeah.
Try Zool. He's fun.
Okay.
On sale!
I have a lot of sale this week.
Lots of sale. Holy crap, that's a lot of sale.
Yeah.
This is how much I've been out of the loop. I did not know there was this much on sale.
Yeah. Usually it's only 3.
Yeah. So everything is $5. You got Kerosene, the Lost Vikings, the lunar skins for Illidan and Jaina, and a couple mounts. The Cloud Serpent and the Lunar Dragon.
Which that seems to be the biggest thing is it's mounts this time. So maybe they're going to start doing mounts more often. If so, I like it. I think it's a good idea.
You do them every now and then.
Pretty cool.
Thank you, Galv. There is no Diva, only Zool.
Nah, it should be reversed because I don't play this and I only play that other one. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, it used to be there is no Jaina, only Zool. Because Zool showed up and Jaina stopped showing up. But
Okay, so
She's a
who's
dreadlord.
Zool?
Zool is the Necromancer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So there's 2 things of news. Number 1, happy news. Kind of tied to the movie. Ish. Medivh. We'll get to see him soon.
June 17th.
Yeah, so, a couple days.
Yep.
That will be fun. Well, that's when he's on that's the Brawl with the Blues.
Yes.
Whatever Tuesday the date there is. Because it's usually on a Wednesday when the Brawl with the Blues.
21st, I think, is when everybody will have it.
Either way, he's coming. He'll be interesting. Hopefully he has a bigger impact than Chromie did. No dying.
I muted myself for the stream, but thank you.
Yeah, well. You didn't mute for us, so I said no dying. And then the other big news. Yeah. I don't even want to say it. It's a sad day.
Does that mean you want me to say it?
Sure.
So that Cloud9 group that everybody talked about that was supposed to be like really good at doing all this competitive stuff, well, they're not doing Heroes anymore. They're done. Which means I'm going to miss this guy's beard. This guy that's all the way on the right, he's got a really epic beard.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I like beards.
they're probably going to find their own teams or whatever, but
Yeah, I imagine they'll probably just get recruited, right, into the other teams.
well, I'm sure most of them will find places, but
Why are they breaking up?
because they didn't even qualify for the regional for North America to qualify for World. So, yeah, I'll have to find someone to root for. So,
I believe Howland, they're done with Heroes in general. Let me bring this back up. I'll read the bottom part if I can.
the
see
Cloud9. Yeah, it's the Cloud9 organization. These guys are just the players for Cloud9. Cloud9 is just done with Heroes.
It says, it is with great difficulty that we announce the dissolution of Cloud9 Heroes of the Storm division. As of today, Cloud9 will no longer field a competitive Heroes of the Storm roster. We'd like to thank the fans, sponsors, and players who sponsored us over the last 20 months and put us on the path to victory at both BlizzCon events. It isn't yet set in stone what each member will choose to do next, but you can stay up to date with each player on their respective social media channels by clicking their portrait below. So yeah, I pretty much think that means Cloud9 is done with Heroes, period.
Yeah. So they're doing really well in Overwatch. different set of guys, but
Yeah. The thing about it that's kind of funny, and we talked a little bit about this either last week or the week beforehand. If you look on Twitch at viewer counts, and yeah, they change every day. Heroes has dropped pretty low at this point. They're still, main page, but they are not in the first couple of rows most of the time anymore. And Overwatch has pretty much jumped into like third place most of the time, with Dota and League being top two almost all the time. So it may be that they don't feel like there's enough of an audience there, but it kind of sounds like there was just issues with the current team they had, and they just felt like they didn't want to deal with it.
So I have a question about that, not specifically Cloud9.
yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that have switched from Heroes to Overwatch. Do you think that it affected like how Heroes is going to do money-wise?
I do.
A little bit.
I honestly think it will as well.
The problem is, honestly, there's not a lot of money in Heroes in terms of tournaments and stuff like that. It's not getting the push that Overwatch has been getting, or that League of Legends gets.
So I just pulled up current Twitch just to kind of solidify my point. Dota has 210,000. League has 73,000. Hearthstone's actually third with 47. Then Call of Duty, which is to be expected. They're almost always in the top 10 at 42,000. And Overwatch is right there at 42,000 as well. So Overwatch is top 5. You have to scroll down quite a bit to get to Heroes. And right now, Heroes is showing 2,300 rounded up. So
yeah.
There's a big difference. And yeah, there may be tournaments going on that are affecting those numbers. So I'm not trying to just throw it, exacts in there. I think it's more of a generality that it's just not as popular right now. But with Overwatch coming out, I'm sure that stole a lot of their thunder. But you're competing with Heroes with Dota and League, which arguably are the two most popular games of that genre, which have a huge following already. And it's not an easy thing for Blizzard to really take that audience. They pretty much have to make a new audience for people that like other Blizzard games, which most of those people are playing and watching Overwatch right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I haven't put anywhere near as much time into Heroes as I have normally since Overwatch came out, but Overwatch is new.
And Game Case even said it, that 1,500 of those people that are on Heroes are on one streamer. So then the second place person has 92. So yeah. It would be even worse if that person wasn't streaming.
Oh, they might be watching another Heroes person too. You don't know, but yeah.
True.
I mean, there's just nothing there. I mean,
yeah. There's not as much excitement there, and that I'm wondering if that's part of the reason why there's more sales this week, and they're still pushing out some news. I mean, you talked about how there wasn't a whole lot of backing up. They're still releasing stuff. They just came out with Chromie. There's still stuff happening. Yeah. I mean, I don't even play it, and I know of stuff that's happening for the game.
Yeah,
I think that this is a tough time for that game.
Yeah, there's the rank play, the revamping, all that. They're constantly balancing stuff. So I mean, I don't know if it's just growing pains that you need to, have to deal with this for a little bit. Because I know League of Legends wasn't as big as it was overnight. It took a little while. It's just now, it's kind of there. So.
All right.
Who knows? But we will miss you, Cloud9. May your players land on their feet.
Absolutely.
Or on someone else's feet, if that's what they want.
Yeah.
And short of going into spoilers for the movie again, and actually going into spoilers, I think we're done.
That's
I want to talk about spoilers next week.
Next week, we'll get everybody a week so that way it's spoiler free, and then next week will just be a movie extravaganza.
I should be back home next week. probably.
That'll give me a chance to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
I'm just going to breeze right past that one and not say anything about that one.
So, how do people get a hold of us, Theory?
Let's do that thing. Hold on one sec here. Let me get my big old list of stuff. All right, so if you want to get a hold of us here at Epic Fail, there's several ways to do so. One is epicfailpodcast.com, which is our website. You can always see the most current web video link to YouTube for our most current show there. You can also go to facebook.com/podcastepicfail and see that same information. That was that website we were talking about earlier. You should go there. You should like the page. On Twitter, we're at Podcast Epic Fail. We often tweet out funny stuff that Draven sees and wants to retweet, or let you know when we're going to be streaming, like when we do the pre-shows, so that you can come and have some fun with us here on the stream. If you want to follow Draven directly, his Twitter is at Draven Dresden. Scarlett's Twitter is at Scarlett_CTR, and myself is at Gank Theory. You can also find links to our Discord channel in the show notes if you would like. And if you happen to be a huge fan of Overwatch like we are, you can catch Draven on Heroes Never Dry with... Did I say dry?
You did.
Heroes Never Dry. They're always wet. Heroes Never Die with Totem. So you guys put on your really cool, very, very popular Overwatch podcast. It's weekly, right? Isn't it every week?
It is every week. We will be recording on Tuesday evening, I believe.
And I know you guys are on iTunes and Stitcher, right? Did you guys get your Discord set up yet? Is that going to happen? Is that a thing?
That's a thing. I don't have a link handy because I'm not at my computer.
All right, so more to come for that one. And, if you want to comment on our videos any way that you would like to do so, you are welcome to do so. And you never know, if we get a comment on those videos, we might just happen to have a couple of copies of free World of Warcraft games, because some of us went to the movie a couple of times and have passes they don't know what to do with. So maybe you'll just win one of those. You never know. Might happen. Just saying.
Yay. Alrighty. So how about some shout-outs? We will go to Scarlett first.
I have a few shout-outs this week. First of all, shout out to what's your name on Twitch?
That's a cool name. What's your name on Twitch?
Shout out.
I should go get that one.
Shout out to Fine Ajimon, aka my real life friend, and to Mewcat, because we went and saw the movie today and it was awesome. And they also bought me drinks, so even better. I want to shout out, so I think I told this before, but I don't think I told it. Anyways, did I say that there was a person sitting beside me who also does a podcast? I don't think I said that.
Not on the show, no. You should let us know what podcast it is.
So, people happen to sit by us, and I'm like, for the Alliance! And they're like, yeah, Alliance players! And then they're like, oh, so what do you play? And, all that. So, they happen to have a Lobby Alton CTR, but it's not their main server or character, so it's probably kicked out again out of the guild because of inactivity. But they have a podcast. It's a 2-week-old podcast. It's called... Hold on. Damn it, where would that be? I'm on Twitter. Oh, their podcast is called Legends_Style on Twitter. And it's the official podcast of Legends Anonymous. I believe that's their guild or raid team name. Which their icon is an Illidan versus a something. So anyways, check them out. They're cool. The dude was cool. And apparently we have the same birthday, which is kind of weird. So shout out to them. And anybody else who went and saw the movie, shout out to those people as well.
All right. Siri, how about you? Any shout outs from you?
Yeah, I got a couple. First off, thanks Helen for the reminder. Big shout out to Sin from HVFDs. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Sin. I need all the bubbles. Keep me alive. Appreciate it. Also, shout out to my buddies who I went to see the movie with. It was cool. I was going to go by myself if I had to, but I didn't have to. Overdrive, Sakushu, Chad Anthony, and who was the other person that went with us? Oh my god, I can't remember. I am tripping.
We will name him
me.
George.
I was the other one. So 3 + 1 is 4. That was me. Yes. Shout out to myself for going to see the movie, and I'm going to go see it again. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. Shout out to the raid teams. We're still doing pretty good. We did get another mythic boss down. We're 3 of 13 mythic now, which is pretty cool. And we are going to now start extending every other week, so that way hopefully we can get deeper before the pre-patch hits, which I'm guessing is sometime in July. We'll see. Mid to late July. That's my guess. However, and here's my throwback to Warcraft from the middle of the show, from the end of the show real quick. I did hear for a fact that your Demon Hunters will not be available immediately on the pre-patch, that it will come a couple of weeks after. So whoever it was that told me they were going to be available right away, no, that's not true. A couple of weeks after the pre-patch. And that's it.
Blizzard themselves who said that they would be available, right?
They said it was coming early, meaning you would have early access. They did not say it would be part of the pre-patch.
I forgot one thing. So I'm apparently supposed to, I said I was going to shout out to our newest raid team member. We have this Australian on our raid team, so shout out to Paluk, because I forgot to do that. Sorry for interrupting.
No forgetting. Stop it. Draven.
Yes.
Your turn.
Oh. Shout out to Deadpool.
What?
How about shout out to that amazing person that made that really cool picture that you're sitting in front of?
Yes. I will call her B, because that's what she goes by on the internet. And that's little...
Other side. Down. There you go. That's it right there.
Right there. That's her logo. She made the background for me earlier today, and I told Siri, use it or she'll beat me with a stick.
We want to see that, though.
No, but seriously, well, she might beat me with a stick either way. I don't know. Seriously, shout out. I will shout out to her because she's giving me a place to stay while I'm out here for, movie and stuff like that. So that will be my shout out to her. And I will wave hi to her even though she won't get on camera. But she will throw things at me.
Do it. Throw things at him.
She did.
Good job, B. All right, so one other quick thing, and this is kind of from the whole team, even though I didn't tell you guys I was going to do this. You guys probably, if you've been watching our episodes for a little while, there was a few weeks back where Cuddles from the Game Case did a really special thing for a group called Stack Up and did a couple of 27-hour streams or something ridiculous and raised a whole bunch of money. There is a video that Cuddles might be able to let you know where to go for that shows them boxing the stuff that they were able to send overseas because of the work that he did and the donations that were made, which is amazing. I shared it on Facebook, but if you didn't have a chance to take a look at that, it's definitely a worthy cause. Thank you, Cuddles. Please make sure that it's there so that way you can check that out. It's a very, very, very worthy cause. I'm sure he's going to be doing more stuff from him. He streamed via their Twitch the other day too, which was pretty cool. Very, very good, worthy cause. So check that out if you can. Oh, good. He linked us the YouTube video in chat. For those of you who are listening to this, you won't be able to see it, but maybe it'll end up in the show notes so you can check it out. But that's it. Anything else? Draven, take us home.
I was muted.
Perfect. That was perfect. Are you still muted or are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, bye. Hello, mother.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.